Hello, McKinney Fire Department. Welcome to First Due Training and Update. It's our intention to reach out every now and then as needed to address some common issues that we're finding with the new First Due software. So today I'm going to go over the following items. We're going to talk about the change to the time off request policy and what that looks like in First Due. We're going to talk about completing our SCBA daily checks, talk about entering our advanced inspections and advanced cleanings into First Due. Would also like to go over a structure fire incident report and just highlight one section that we've forgotten on the last couple of structure fires. And finally, we'll look at the shift board and the personnel module, go over the most common mistake that we're finding that we're having to go back and change every shift. So let's go ahead and jump into the time off request. So just to review, we're in the personnel module here in the upper left-hand corner. We're going to go down to time off, and you will get a display of a 10 shift period. If you want to change your start date, simply just go to the calendar, select a new start date, and you get a new set of dates. You select any of the dates. The big change that you're going to notice in the policy as it relates to First Due is if submitting a time off request and you are not on duty, then per the policy, the request must be submitted to the on-duty battalion chief. This change is only being implemented to help us out. The reason is we have multiple pending requests and the calendar's filling up and the people with pending requests aren't getting their time off. So this way it'll eliminate the need to have your officer off duty approve something. So if you're doing it and you're not at work, go to the time off request, go ahead and select the on duty battalion. Send it to both on duty battalions, pick your date and hit submit request. So that'll be the biggest change as far as First Due goes, is to make sure that if it's off duty, we're not at the fire station, we're submitting those to the on duty battalion chiefs. If we are at the fire station, then we'll continue to submit our time off requests through the chain of command like we always have. The next thing I want to show you is our daily SCBA checks. Remember, you go down here to the asset module, but from now on, you're going to access your daily SCBA checks through your dashboard only. So if you'll go down here to assets, go to your dashboard, go ahead and type in your SCBA air pack for the day. Let's say you've got air pack 100 today. Once you type that in, you're able to start the check directly from your dashboard and then complete the inspection. If you'll notice, this eliminates us having to look at the summary, the write-ups, all the various things that are contained within the SCBA record. The reason we're making this change is because if you go the way that we showed you originally, if you go into your equipment checks and then you go down to SCBA pack 100, what people are doing is they're reassigning an SCBA to themselves. So they're saying, I've got air pack 100 today. I'm going to assign myself as the user. And the problem with this is an air pack can only be assigned to one place at a time. So if I assign this air pack to Tony Jones, it's going to take air pack 100, which was located on truck 1, and now it's pulled it out of that truck and it's assigned to the user. So even if I go back in here and delete the user, you'll notice if we were to go to the truck 1 checkoff sheet, and we were to come down here and look at the SCBAs, you'll notice SCBA 100 is no longer on the truck. So please remember, don't assign SCBAs to the user, leave them assigned to the truck. If for some reason the SCBAs get removed from the truck, it's simple. what we need to do to add them back is you can go into the truck checkoff, you can go into compartments, go to SCBAs, click the pencil, and then you would hit the plus sign under equipment and type in SCBA 100 and hit save. And now we've got that air pack reassigned to the truck. So if I were to go back into equipment checks, SCBA pack 100, you'll see it's assigned to truck 1 again. So please remember, don't assign yourself to your air pack or to the apparatus checkoff either. The next thing to go over is our advanced inspections and advanced cleanings. Our advanced inspections and cleanings are also going to be located in the asset module. You'll go to the asset module, you'll go to equipment checks, you'll go to the search bar in the upper right-hand corner and type in your last name and hit the magnifying glass. We can only enter advanced cleanings and advanced inspections for our coats and our pants when it's completed at GCS. If it's being completed by the logistics division or Captain Tillotson or one of the guys that's working for Captain Tillotson, otherwise we do not enter an advanced cleaning or inspection for our gloves or our helmet or our hood, okay? When it's completed by GCS. Now we can clean our gloves and we can clean our hood and we can enter that in after a structure fire as an advanced cleaning, but it would be documented as being completed by station personnel and not GCS. So for the advanced inspection, that's only going to be for our PPE that we send off to GCS or when the logistics division and Captain Tillotson do that annual inspection. So to put it in, we've put in our name, select your coat or your pants. You're going to go to checklist, pick cleaning or inspection and hit start. We've added a new field. Now you can document what date the inspection or the cleaning was completed. So you'll simply type in the date. Let's say we're adding one that I did in May. And then complete the rest of the fields. Click submit. And now we've documented our advanced inspections and our advanced cleaning. The next thing I want to look at is on our incident documentation. We've had a couple of structure fires since we've been using First Due and just wanted to go over one thing. Let's go ahead and use Sweet Birch as an example right here. If you go into the call and we're in the operations section, you'll notice that we have the ability right here to toggle this switch. On every structure fire, under operations, we need to click this operations section engaged. And then once we do that, we go and we select structure fire. This opens up a bunch of different fields and data points that we're not capturing. So remember, any structure fire that we go on, any working fire, operations section, you want to go operations section engaged, and you want to select the structure fire branch, and then answer the questions, fill in the blanks as appropriate. And the last thing that I wanted to go over was to look at just a couple of things on the shift board and some common mistakes that we're making that we're having to go through and change every day. Most of you aren't having to make many changes to your shift board on a regular basis. The battalion's taking care of that for us. But when they're setting the board, they're just putting people in the location. They're just as a place filler. They're not saying this is the driver, this is the lead medic. So we have to make those changes. But what a lot of guys are forgetting to do is if we have step ups, we're forgetting to go ahead and give them step up pay. This is significant because we've had a couple of instances where we've made mistakes in payroll, where we're going back and using the shift board to verify, and we don't have confirmation that that person was actually driving. They might be in that driver spot, but they're not showing up as receiving driver pay. So, like I said, we've gone in and made these changes on a regular basis. So, I might not be able to find any examples of us doing it, but please make sure that if they're stepping up, that we see a blue or purple bar next to their name. Like in this case, you can quickly look and see Riley stepped up, Lynn stepped up, Larry stepped up, these guys stepped up. So just remember here's one right here where we would need to go in and change him from 01 to firefighter to driver. So that's basically it. I appreciate your time.